So this little fly that I'm going to tie for you today, you tie it in a 10, 12 or 14. And it's a version of Cul De Canon that they use on Corrib, or they used to use on Corrib. I'm sure they still do. And to me, it's a Corrib De Canon rather than the Cul De Canon. So this is I think this is a 12. If I can just get the dry fly, let's see. This is a standard dry, size 10, it's like a 12. Black tying thread. And we just got to create a body of tying thread. You can put fancy stuff in here, butts, ribs, all that nonsense. You don't need it. Let's tidy that up a bit, Steve. Because we are using seal's fur, walks my thread. And this isn't quite black, believe it or not. It's like black claret. It's really, really dark claret. But it suits this fly for me. But as with most deer here, it's a pain getting it to stick to thread, hence the wax. So just come on. If it's not got it here, just give it a wee spin, like so. Start winding up the body. And make sure you've got enough of it. If it doesn't spin, just really turn it. Just spin it again. That's probably enough there. Build a little dam at the front. And then what I'll do is I'll just quickly whip finish. What you can do here is a little bit vertical. Pull some of that deer hair out, like so. Looking good. So our next thing is absolutely mint deer hair. That was sent to me by, who sent me that? My mate Ken Kennedy up in Orkney. We didn't need a lot of this, but what we've got to do is we've got to marry the tips up. Forgive the banging on the desk. I'll probably not use all of this. There's enough in there for 2 flies. See the tips coming out of there. Another little bang. That's better. And then just get rid of any of the fluff. You do need a lot of this stuff. And then just come in. It's usually the length of the body. I come in. A couple of roost slaps in it. And if you pull it up, pull your thread up. As long as you keep your fingers on it, it won't spin around the hook shank. That's the key. Just come in, trim some of the fibres there. You can, if you wish, flatten your thread right off and come through that. Trim it all back. But all I want you to be sure of there is, God, I've got a little bit there, it's annoying me. Is just making sure that that deer hair's where it needs to be. So that's that stage. I've then got, where is my stuff? This is like a really light coloured goose CDC, really light, and it's quite long feathers. Like that. Now we didn't actually attach it like you do a normal CDC, you're actually pulling the feather off So you're pulling the flue through and get a bigger feather. If I can't, we're pulling the fibres off either side, and then what you do is you catch it. So you've got like a little tufty CDC, and I get one on one side. Like so. Get another tuft here. So you're actually pulling the fibres off the actual stem either side. Another one. Marry that up. I've got everything on my desk here, so get all that married up, and this goes in the opposite side, a bit like a wing. So you've got your CDC coming over. Just got to put this out the way before it goes everywhere. You've got the CDC coming over the back of the deer here. So I'm just going to come up at an angle and trim the stub ends. Now I just want to get a bed of tying thread as a taper, quite tight. If you think it's too long, you just want it the same length as the deer, you just come in with your fingers, pinch it. So that's us now. I've then got a genetic cock hackle. Oh, look at that. You see that? That's a few bobs worth. I'm just going to pick a hackle that suits the fly. Probably about there. So if I take that off, that hackle's got to suit the fly. And you can see the reason I've got the taper there is because I've got to come down. You can add some more dubbing on there. You don't need it though. This hackle's enough. And what I'll do is I'll just quickly take away the mane. And I've got a whip finish in here, so I'm just going to come through in open turns, covering up all that thread. And this should ping off. Typical. I'm just going to tidy this up now. So I just stroke everything back, tidy it up with some thread wraps, and a whip finish. When I'm tying dries like this, I tend not to use varnish. Just come in, make sure the hackles aren't in the way. Varnish makes the fly look a lot better, but I do like it on the head. Did I get that? Yeah, I did. And then just come in underneath and trim all that away. And that's him. That's your Corrib de Canon, Cul De Canon fly. It's ideal for Corrib. You see it a mile, it sits really well in the water. Works really well in this country as well, but you want to change the colours to suit the vein that you're on. Yeah, lovely little fly. And one that's not hard to tie. And the way you put the CDC in is just a little bit different. You see that? Just a really good fly, reservoir dry fly. The Cul De Corrib. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please be kind enough to subscribe to my channel. Take care, folks, and bye-bye.